Prayer is breathing and thinking about God all the time. My grandson was sitting on the back of my bike with me and leaning back looking into the sky. He said, "Nana, how do I talk to God?" And I said, "Well, you just talk to him like you are me right now." "Why?" And he said, "Oh, I just want to tell him I got a new Lightning McQueen backpack." Now you'd think we'd have more conversations like that, but my prayer life started back praying for pacifiers to be found on the carpet so crying kids would stop crying, 2 kids finding shoes and mittens forgotten at school till they got bigger to have no accidents or traffic tickets. That was a biggie. And no matter how big they got, they always came back to Mom, and we prayed to God because we knew that was so important. My prayer life really picked up where I found out who God really was after my husband died. After my husband died, my prayer life really took off. But it was to the point where I was sitting in the rocking chair one night whipping sympathy cards at the wall telling God this wasn't fair and angry, that I finally took the boys and sat them down and said, "Okay guys, God is perfect and He never makes mistakes, and we're going to glorify God through all of this." I would be praying prayers like vacuuming in the living room, crying, telling God I needed someone to plow the snow in my driveway, and I would literally get 3 calls like in a minute to plow my driveway. Well, my prayer life took off, like I said, and I had people calling me to plow my driveway. I had pizzas and subs arrive at my door. I had just answer upon answer of prayers for immediate needs. But a big question I had was, who in the world would marry me with 4 kids? Well, God had that all planned out too. And He helped me through with 7 boys and 6 pets, which was amazing also. So my prayer life went from, "God, how much can I take?" And I can remember crying in the car saying, "God, you promised me you'd never give me more than I could ever take." One of the prayers that was hardest to pray and have answered, that God would deal with my sons, bring them closer to them, to you, to Him, to whatever it took. Recently, this past year, He's really stretched me. Like I said, living and breathing and thinking about God. I have a friend who still says to me, "God just loves you so much, Jane." We have had 2 job losses, which God has answered in His time. We have had my mother diagnosed with dementia. We have had 2 marriages on the rocks that need miracles. As you know, Dick had a heart stent in March, and as I whipped my purse across the hospital room again screaming that God, it wasn't fair, and was going to be escorted out of the hospital, the nurse for the night came in and said, "Jane, is it all right if I take care of Dick tonight?" And I looked up, and it was one of my son's former girlfriends. And I said, "You will tell them I'm not nuts, won't you?" She said, "I already did." From there, for church, I had prayed for the last few months to have an opportunity to talk to Deb Dawson. Well, a couple months went by, and as I was sitting in church a few weeks ago, there was a chair next to me open, and she sat right next to me. Into the service, Dick had to leave and go home. So I asked her for a ride, which led to a wonderful conversation in the driveway. God had just planned just for the 2 of us. God answers my prayers every single day. And like I said, I breathe and think about Him all the time. And my grandkids know that my best friend is Jesus. But the song that I've taught them, and I've now sung for 30 years with them, is "Good Morning God." Good morning God, this is your day. I am your child. Show